The split strategy. The split strategy is used for solving both addition and subtraction problems. It reinforces place value of digits, and it's basically a good strategy to use for numbers with 2, 3, or 4 digits. If you get any larger than that, it's quite inefficient. It's too hard to hold everything in your head or to record everything on the paper, so you may as well use a different strategy. And any smaller than 2 digits, you may as well be counting back or counting forwards. With the split strategy, digits within numbers are split and then they're put back together at the end, and I'll give you an example in a minute. It's too difficult to use if the digits in the second number are larger than the first, and I've got a little example for you. So 75 subtract 19, you can see here that the 9 is greater than the 5, and if you've got a subtraction like this, the split strategy is actually quite inefficient and confusing. You're better to use something like the jump strategy, or to take away 20 as one big chunk and then reimburse the 1, and that is also often called bridging to 10. Here is our first example of subtracting using the bridge strategy. We have 86 subtract 25. And so with the 86, we're going to split it into the 80 and the 6. And with the 25, we'll split it into 20 and 5. So we're going to start with the tens. And we're going to do lots of short number sentences. So to start off, we're going to do 80 subtract 20. So 80 subtract 20 equals 60, and the next step then is to subtract the 2 units. So we'll do 6 subtract the 5. Okay, so 6 take away 5 leaves 1. And now the last part, we've got the answer in 2 sections, a 60 and a 1. So the last part is actually to put these back together. So 60 plus 1 equals 61, and we put that back up here in our first number sentence. 86 subtract 25 equals 61. So you can see we split the tens, then we split the units, then we put it back together. So for some people this strategy really makes sense and they like those small little chunks. If it doesn't make sense to you, you can choose a different strategy such as the jump strategy. Let's have a look at another example of using the split strategy with a larger number. So it's the same principle. We're going to split all the digits and do them separately and then put the answer back together again. So we've got 539 subtract 216. And first of all, we're going to split the hundreds and we're going to do 500 subtract 200. So we've got 500 take away 200 equals 300. Now we're going to do the tens. So we've got 30 subtract 10. So 30 subtract 10 equals 20. And the last part of subtracting is 9 subtract 6 because they're both, their value is units. Okay, so we split the hundreds, we split the tens, and we split the units, and we've done all 3 subtractions. And we actually have our answer here. It's just in 3 separate parts. So our last step is to put it all back together. So we have 300 plus 20 plus 3 equals 323 to put all our small parts of the answer back together. And then, of course, we put it up here to show our final answer. 539 subtract 216 equals 323. And that is how the split strategy works.